Death Valley Days.
Dig in, boys. Don't stand on ceremony. Just all get cold. Isn't that something? Well, Doc.
Well, what?
What do you mean, well, what? Are they eating? Are they digging in? I'll kill them if they don't start eating. Well, now, that sounds a lot better. Well, how long we kept this outfit together?
8 years this last roundup.
8? Well, I reckon we can make it 9.
Well, I don't know this time, boss. It's more than the grub, although that sure ain't helping none.
Well, I ain't keeping no cook around burns down the cookhouse and the bunkhouse.
Yeah, but he didn't mean to do it. All he done is leave you short-handed.
Well, we're eating.
Yeah, but we ain't getting paid.
Well, you waited for it before. I always come up with it, didn't I? Boys complaining.
Well, the straight of it is this. The only thing holding this outfit together is that they're just waiting to settle up.
You're wrong, Doc. And I'll tell you why you're wrong. Because this is the best outfit on the range. And somebody try to bust it up, I'm gonna kill him, that's why. Captain Fuller! Captain Fuller, I say! Who's trespassing? Anybody see?
Maybe it's the rider from Dodge toting our pay.
There ain't no paymaster gonna stand way off like that, like some hostile sponging liquor.
Hey, you remember that Cracker Jack that rode for us 2 years back? He sounded something like that.
Sam Davis!
He ain't even armed, Joe.
I warned him if he ever come back here, I'd kill him.
You want to bust up this outfit, you just keep on scaring the gizzard out of folks. First cookie, now this. Just see how they're watching you.
I don't want no Sam Davis nosing around my daughter again.
Oh, she ain't even near here since the fire. She's 2 hours ride away at the Jennett place.
What are you doing back here?
It's hiring time, Captain Fuller.
And you been thinking, 'cause what we put up with this winter, I'd just hire any old snake crawling on his yellow belly behind some tree?
Gee, I didn't know as how the place been hit so hard till I got here. Sorry about that, sir.
Well, I bet you are. Come on, son. Come on out where I can get a look at you.
Begging your pardon, sir, but do you mean a look or a bead?
Won't kill you, boy. Just want to feed you instead. Come on out, boy. What did I tell you I was gonna do with you ever showed up around here again?
String me up.
Or
Gun me down.
And before that, didn't I offer to shoot it out with you fair and square? And wasn't you too yellow? Well, we don't stock your breed around here, understand?
Well, Captain, I wasn't aiming to try for a spot as a regular cowhand.
Just as I thought. He's after my daughter. Soon as Ellen's back, here he is, nosing around just like before.
Oh, I had the notion that Miss Ellen was gone east to school.
And back she goes again, soon as I can get this place on its feet again.
Captain, I have given up any hope as regards your daughter.
Yeah? And just what do you want?
Well, the fact is, Captain, since I left here, I've been learning. Chuck line.
He's a cook, Joe. He's a cook.
What makes you think we need a cook? Sam Davis, if you was to strap a gun on around me, sooner or later we're bound to have a showdown. Now, the reason you didn't have a gun on this morning is because you're too yellow. And I ain't even gonna hire a cook that won't carry a gun.
Okay. And the most I can do is, say thanks. And be on my way to the Janet place.
Hold him, Dope! What do you want to do over at the Janet place? They got a cook.
Well, you see, Captain, some of these, big spreads, they got more than one. You see, there's one fella, he's the chief of the chuck, and he's got himself assistants, specialists, sort of. Now, I can only cook but one thing good, so far.
You cook only one thing?
Yeah, that's right, Captain.
You got a lot of gall trying to hire yourself out as a cook.
Some places I know of, one dish would be an improvement if it was good.
Just what is this specialty of yours? Bacon and beans?
No, sir. It's crullers.
You mean donuts, son?
I make them without the holes, so they're called crullers. Some say bear tracks.
I always did say that holes in donuts is a waste of good bacon.
Yeah, Frenchy style, though. There's some special stuff this chef give me. Sort of makes them puff up all kind of fluffy like pillows. Then you shake them in a sugar sack. Well, I'm much obliged for the hospitality, Captain. I sure wish there was something I could do to even things up.
Take it easy, son. Now, myself, I can take these fancy European baked goods or leave them alone. But since you're some sort of a expert on these French bear tracks, that's right, ain't it? You are an expert.
Well, there's only one way to prove that, Captain. Of course, I don't carry nothing but the secret ingredients with me.
Well, what are the unsecret ingredients?
For a little bitty batch?
Or a whole barrel.
A whole barrel!
Fill up the barn, Sam.
Go to it.
Well, then, the first thing I need is some lard. Lots of lard. Then, fresh milk, and...
Well, I only got one cow left. She's got a calf that takes all she's got. Besides, I never asked no man in my bunkhouse to do a chore like milking a cow. This ain't no dairy.
Well, maybe they can spare some over at the Janet's.
Take it easy, son. Nope. Can you milk a cow?
Hey, I've got the milk.
You may be Alan, but you can cook as good as my ma, the Lord rest her soul.
Then everything is square, Captain.
Oh, yes, much obliged.
Then so long, Captain. So long, boys.
Well, I'm leaving.
Me too. Stay put, you jackasses. You know what's good for you. This outfit ain't gonna bust up over no cook.
What can I do for you, Captain?
You said it was hiring time. Well, I'm hiring you.
Well, on one condition, Captain. You give me leave to make a call on Miss Allen.
One call, just one.
Sam, it's not hard to understand why Dad takes this attitude. My mother started out here. He watched her wither and die. And just before, he promised her never to let me marry a man who made his living the same as him.
Yeah, Jim Jennett. He's a cattleman. Your pa's letting you stay in his house.
There's no choice since our place burned.
Jim Jennett. He's single.
He's old enough to be my pa. And besides, my room is right next to his mother. And Pa doesn't like him any better for me than he does you.
Yeah, your pa. He still thinks I'm a coward. Ellen, I got a hunch. If you just let me strap on my gun, show him I'm not afraid of him, he'd back down and see reason, huh?
You may as well save your breath talking like that. I'm not having anything in my life decided by a gun.
2 years, Ellen, and nothing but letters. Just letters. 2 years.
I know, honey. I know.
All right. I'm doing it your way, without any hell raising. On my part, anyway. He takes shots at me, you know. Your pa?
As long as you're not armed, you can be sure of one thing. He knows how to miss, too.
Fellow with her paw. Man can't live forever. Liable to get himself killed soon. How's tomorrow? I figured today.
Hey, you.
Howdy, stranger. You hungry? Have one.
you mean you didn't kill him?
I can't. Can't kill him, boss. Here, just taste this.
You suppose that's all about?
If it's what it looks like, I'm applying to Carcass Jim Jennings for a bunk.
Sam Davis, while you're standing here gabbing, my boys are doing without crullers. Now you get to work. That's what you paid for.
Now, hold on, Joe. We were just about to close a deal for Sam to come over to my neck of the woods. I'd double what he gets here, plus an indoor place to sleep.
This here man belongs to this here outfit. He's gonna fry crullers someplace else. It's over my dead body.
Give us room, everybody. Say when, Captain Fuller.
Call off your man.
Call off your paw.
If you don't stop this, I'll never speak to you again.
Well, I didn't start it. They're not my guns.
They're your crullers.
Get out of the way, boy, unless you want to get hurt.
All right. Look. Neither of you fools is gonna shoot me. Because I'm what you're fighting over. Right? Well, this here's one thing that ain't gonna be settled with guns. I got no taste for bacon, if it's gonna lead to burying.
Well, you want to work where you'll get the best deal, don't you?
Where his work is most appreciated. That's where a cook parks his kettle.
Well, now, if it comes to that, I can put away more crullers than any man in this territory.
You can?
I don't believe it.
Carcass, Jim, don't you even do your own eating? On your mark, get set.
Back your gear, Sam. And any of you other men got a hankering for crullers? From now on, if you want them, you'll be having to work for Jim Jennett.
So you finally got what you were after all this time, didn't you, huh? Oh, this poor outfit's finished for good.
Captain, listen to me. There isn't much time. You signed me on as a cowhand, not as a cook. You understand? I'll stick with you.
It won't work. Janet won you, and Janet's gonna get you on the be-arranged war.
Not if I was to marry Ellen.
Why,
Why, listen, if we was kin, they could hardly hold me to the deal. I mean, family's family.
Janet ain't gonna like this, and I'm in no shape to protect you.
Well, you just lie there and groan. I'll take care of everything.
Pa. You ain't so yeller after all, huh?
You ain't gonna get away with this, Cook.
Well, you're not gonna lose anything. I'm gonna give you my recipe and a package of the secret ingredients to get you started.
We want us a man, not no recipe.
Oh, yeah? Well, before we get into that, you know, some of the boys, they've been complaining that I don't make donuts instead of crullers. You know, the kind with the holes in them? Well, I made a batch the other day, but they didn't turn out too good. Then I figured out a way.
It's a sure enough donut, all right.
Gentlemen?
You think the cook we got now can learn to make crullers just as good?
From here on in, gentlemen, kindly direct all questions concerning crullers to the little lady. I'm handing over all my secrets to her.
The Wyoming cattlemen never fully recovered from the winter of '87, and only the ones as hard-bitten and lucky as Captain Joe Fuller were able to keep their outfits riding at all. Of course, after the wedding, when things got really rough, Joe could always call on his son-in-law's crullers to hold the bunkhouse together. Other outfits may have had his recipe, but they never had the true secret ingredient, the man himself. Next week, another story from America's past. See you then.
Death Valley Days.
Dig in, boys. Don't stand on ceremony. Just all get cold. Isn't that something?
Well, what?
What do you mean, well, what? Are they eating? Are they digging in? I'll kill them. They don't start eating. Well, now, that sounds a lot better. Oh, how long we kept this outfit together?
8 years this last roundup.
8? Well, I reckon we can make it 9.
Well, I don't know this time, boss. It's more than the grub, although that sure ain't helping none.
Well, I ain't keeping no cook around burns down the cookhouse and the bunkhouse.
Yeah, but he didn't mean to do it. All he done is leave you short-handed.
Well, we're eating.
Yeah, but we ain't getting paid.
Well, you waited for it before. I always come up with it, didn't I? Boys complaining.
Well, the straight of it is this. The only thing holding this outfit together is that they're just waiting to settle up.
You're wrong, Dope. And I'll tell you why you're wrong. Because this is the best outfit on the range. And somebody try to bust it up, I'm gonna kill him, that's why.